I'm just gonna say I don't trust that guy.
He's fine.
I just don't. Why would he allow this? Why would he allow that to happen to himself?
Legitimately, do you want to? He's in love with her.
I told you I don't trust perverts.
And he's not a pervert about it. He's willing to just sit there and protect her with his life for the rest of eternity.
He's not good enough. She deserves someone with hair at least.
Well, she's not. He probably had hair when he first came down here.
Oh, that's sad.
Because he only probably looks that way because he's got the horrible egg sacs on him.
They're not good for each other.
Yeah, probably. But anyway, Quelaag was sitting upstairs collecting humanity, coming down here and giving them to her sister. Something that people have noticed over years of this game being like a thing is as the ranks in the Chaos Servant Covenant go up, like as you feed her more and more humanity, her movements actually get more intense and faster.
Okay. I haven't really been keeping track of how fast she's been wiggling.
Yeah, and you wouldn't notice it because it's so incredibly, like, minute to begin with. It's literally, you have to go in and compare footage from, like, the start and the end. And it's like, basically, the humanity is actually fixing her problems. Like, whatever problem she has, it's being fixed by humanity.
Would it fix it completely?
It never does, but that was probably her sister's hope, was that if she could keep giving her humanity, she'd fix her. This one here is also a firekeeper.
Yeah.
And firekeepers are described as having their skin with wriggling, writhing humanity beneath it.
All right, we got a thing.
Yeah, so that's Chaos Storm. I think that's the max. I thought it was Warmth, but maybe it's just Chaos Storm then. I guess that was all.
Okay.
You can keep giving her humanity if you want. I don't remember
if we do, we might want to fast forward.
Yeah. You know what? Pause real quick. I'm going to go grab something.
You going to check?
Okay, we're back. Yeah,
Okay.
so I looked it up. It's 30. Yeah, we got it.
Okay.
I looked it up right before we started doing this because I always forget the amount. I'm always tempted to give her 80 humanity. Walk away from that fire, by the way, in the opposite direction to Bengi. Like down that hallway that leads nowhere. So not into the camera though. So one of the things that I looked up was exactly how many humanity it takes, and I already forgot it in the time since we started filming. So nothing's going to happen with this door. I just wanted to point out that some people claim that if you really look at this door, you can see the black smudges on it. Mm-hmm. And if you count them, I think it's going along the walls. Not exactly here, but I think it's from the door going away. There are exactly like 30 black smudges somewhere in here. I can never remember what it is. And people claim that that's how you were supposed to know that it's exactly
that's
30
nonsense.
To activate this very specific thing. Yeah, this is nothing. Don't worry about this.
Let's see what these guys are saying. Sorrow ahead.
And,
liar ahead. Okay, so there's one guy being like, oh, there's something here, and the other's like, no, there isn't.
Yeah.
Liar. There's probably something else there originally.
So now is the time when I'm gonna go ahead and just come right out and say it. We're going to hell.
Okay.
Just go to hell.
I mean, we probably already were.
Yeah, we've put this away. Like, not away. We've put this.
Heights. Okay.
I don't know. We've put this off for far too long. This is the second to last zone, but it's the last true zone in the game. This is Lost Izalith, and I hate it. And like, I'm open about the fact that I hate Lost Izalith.
Yeah, you've complained about hell.
It's incomplete. Like, it's clearly not finished. It was the last zone in the game that they worked on. It's the last actual zone in the game. And it's just literally like, holy shit, I hate this place.
Here, just so that I'm not too far away from everything.
I hate this place. The enemies are all enemies from earlier on in the game, except for the handful. There are like a handful of enemies that are unique to this zone.
There's the big lava guy.
Yeah, the majority of the ones that you're going to run into that are unique are literally just bosses. And the majority of the enemies that you run into that are not bosses are just enemies from other places that have been copy-pasted into really obvious positions. like 3x2 squares.
Oh, like that bunch of demons that have been over here.
Yeah. So you want to go to the right, by the way. It's that way.
Yeah.
There's to the left. There is a thing, but you can't do it without an item that you don't have yet. So,
okay.
Also,
am I gonna get something for walking on lava?
No, not on cooled lava. If it's hot lava, yes, but cooled lava's fine.
What?
Don't worry about it.
No, why would I mention cooled lava? I'm walking on it now.
Oh, okay. What did you mean,
like for walking across that?
Yeah,
shit.
that's the idea. Eventually, yes. So this is the only zone when it does. Well, I mean, technically the Abyss does that too, but it's like this is one of the only zones in the game where it's like, hey, do you want to be able to actually explore and do whatever you want in this zone? You'll need an item to do it, and the item's halfway through the zone. Which is like, it's a little Zelda, but Zelda does it good, and in this, it's like, I don't like doing it.
Yeah, like Zelda level designs actually are
It's
nice.
not a Dark Souls concept.
Trap ahead. Falling floor?
It was probably somebody telling you to jump. Because you've been down here before. This isn't the first time.
Try humanity. Are we up against a boss, like, right away?
No. I don't know why they want you to try humanity. There might be an invasion here, but I don't know.
Is
although,
that guy?
yeah, if you look right there, you can see a dude hanging off of the edge.
Is that?
Do you see that
I mean,
asshole?
that's not the lava thing. That's
You
some
can
other
see him, right?
thing. Yeah, he's like a giant scorpion.
Yeah, if you pull out a bow, you can hit him from here, and I think you can
really.
actually kill him without
I'm
him ever
opting
popping.
to not do that.
Otherwise, he does just kind of jump out of nowhere and
Oh
attack
boy,
you.
two
But
of
do not
you.
pull all four of them. If you walk
There's
any farther
four?
in, yeah, there's two more farther in. If you pull all four, you're basically dead. These two will attack you in sets of two. And
I was up
you were
against,
pushed up against the wall.
I was up at an angle. Otherwise, I could have backed up.
Yeah, so there's four there, and they're in sets of two. They're standing right next to each other, and it's literally just a copy paste. And then you got 10 feet, and then it's a copy paste of another two. And I think there might even be another two after that.
Okay.
Like I said, they're regular enemies, and they literally are just recycling like enemies from other parts of the game. Those were bosses at one point. The Capra Demon is an actual boss. He comes with 2 dogs, and he'd actually be way easier if you didn't have to deal with the dogs, like in this situation. But that doesn't mean that he should just be a normal enemy.
Doesn't mean they should just stick 2 of them there and then 2 of them there.
Yeah, that too. It's a little bit lazy. Again, this is
also there's a lot of running.
Yeah, well, there's not a lot of bonfires in this zone. This is, for real, one of those big issues that people have with Dark Souls 1, though. This is one of the only issues where people will actively go out of their way to basically just say, look, Dark Souls is fine, this is shit. This is absolutely terrible. And its Lost Izalith is broken and clearly unfinished. The zone was literally them just going, look, we don't have a lot of time left. They're trying to force us to do things quickly, so let's just slap some shit together and call it good. And it shows. Good. It shows. Like, here is where it's really, really obvious. And it was clearly the last zone of the game, and it's just a bunch of hallways, basically, with enemies just sitting in them. I mean, occasionally there's branches, but there's not a lot. If you wanted to, you could roll down to that item, but that's a trap.
It looks like a trap.
Yeah, you don't have to fight the Capra demons if you do that. But there are other enemies that hang out down there that you would have to fight.
Oh, that was a big hit.
Yeah, well, you defended through it, and you didn't get your defense broken, but wait for your stamina to come back before you engage again.
I've kind of started understanding how that works.
Yeah.
Come on.
Well, it's good, because it's the end of the game.
It takes that long for this shit to be...
I know,
it's not, like, explained.
Yeah. This whole zone is terrible. There's also, I think I've said it, but there's a status that, okay, he's almost procced. You've got him at attention. Walk forward slowly until he starts moving. Okay, keep going. You'll only pull one. And then back up as soon as he starts. Yeah, there you go. See, because the other one's at attention, but he's not active yet. The enemies have 2 modes of aggro, and the first one is basically I see you, and the second one is you're too close. And you can get somebody to do the I see you, which is literally just, moving slightly into your direction and looking straight at you. But until you get close enough to aggro them, they aren't going to come after you. See, now you've got two. Careful. He's on the bridge, but there is another one over there.
Yeah, I see him.
Okay. Yeah, good.
I also see the wall.
Just looking through that fucking blue space.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's another one of the weird unfinished things in this zone. There's a lot of walls that you can look through and see blue on the other side, and they're not so fun. To my knowledge, I don't know if there's any glitches where you can slip through walls, but I would not be surprised in Lost Izalith if that's a thing that happens. And I've just never heard of it.
Yeah, there's a lot of, rubble that kind of looks like the geometry might be affected by the rubble being this way.
Yeah.
Decoratively.
It's decorative rubble, but it is definitely causing some problems, yeah. The really annoying thing is that I think that rubble is supposed to tell you stuff, but it doesn't work so good if that's what it's supposed to do.
Whoa.
Did you just keep going? Nope. Okay, just run, not that way, straight towards that door.
Okay.
Do you trust me?
No.
Okay, well, do you trust me enough to listen to me when I tell you to do something really specific? Run, well, no, now it's too late. I was going to say run straight to the fog gate. This particular area, you probably should have killed the Capra Demon first, but I mean,
you told me to run.
I know, I didn't say it. But that
you
particular
constantly
area,
tell me that I need to stop fighting regular things because I'm supposed to just run past them.
So here's the thing. The status effect that I keep saying that only exists here in Lost Izalith that isn't quite a status effect but is a thing is corrosion. This is the only place in the game outside of the clam grab that has corrosion. You will run into enemies down here, and I think there's 3 different kinds, if I remember correctly, who have corrosion as an effect on their normal attacks. So they will literally start to hit you, and your armor will degrade. And you can break your armor and your weapon just taking hits.
Well, I have a backup weapon, but I don't really have backup armor.
At least one of them does it ranged, and it's in a gas cloud form. Like the curse that the, whatchamacallit, shoot out. That what's the word I'm looking for? Basilisks.
Oh.
Like the basilisk curse, but it's corrosion. And they'll hit your armor will break, and then they'll hit your weapon at the same time your weapon will break and your shield will break. And they are just the biggest pains in the ass. They're giant worms, and that trap that I told you about right there, where if you roll off and get that item, there are a ton of them down there. It's 3 or 4 of them, but if you deal with that instead, or if you roll down there, because I think there might be a bonfire down there too, but I can't even remember.
That would be nice if there was.
If you roll down and do that, you don't have to fight the Capra Demon, and if you run through that hallway, you don't have to fight the worms. But only
by
if you're
worm, do you mean that lumpy thing?
No. I don't know what the fuck that is. I have completely blocked whatever that is out of my mind. I have no idea. That might be something else entirely. Because it does look like a horrible scorpion.
Let's try this.
Okay. Yeah, because you don't have many souls to lose anyway. There's the worm. Do not let him spit at you. There's the bonfire too, by the way. But you gotta kill the worm to sit down. And yeah, I think with this one you might just be able to hit him. So long as he doesn't hit you with his spit, it's fine. Oh, yeah. But there's the bonfire. You see it, right? And I think once he's dead, he stays dead. You might want to kindle that.
Yeah, I guess I need to...
Yeah, you'll have to pop 2 of them. Or, no wait, it's 2 for a normal Kindle, 3 for the big one, right?
I don't remember.
Or is it 4? It doesn't matter. You have 75 humanity, just pop 4. We'll see. I think we literally have this question come up every single session, and I never remember the answer to it.
Also, that worm seemed to have been coming out of a hole in the wall, but there's no hole in the wall.
Yeah, I know. I hate those enemies so much. They're just awful.
Maybe this is what try humanity meant, that someone left up
Oh, yeah,
there.
somebody did leave that up there, huh? Maybe. So that particular worm is easier to kill than the other ones, not because of his health or anything, but because he can't twist his body around to hit you if you're right next to him. He has a hit, but it's not a corrosion hit, thank God. He was spitting, too. I don't even know if you saw it, but there was green, like, firing out of his mouth while he was trying to hit you, but you were at an angle where he couldn't quite get you.
What's the lore behind those worms?
I literally have no idea. They're just here. There's no lore behind almost anything down here at all. Demons have lore, and there are demons down here, but I think that's it. Run, by the way, because they come out of the ceiling. The worms.
Oh, just randomly?
Yeah. No, well, there's specific places that they come down. Oh, is it not here? Okay, maybe it's a different zone that hasn't.
There's that monster over on the edge.
The guy right there. Yeah, he's fine. He just shoots fire. They're completely worthless.
not these.
Oh, that guy. I don't know. He's probably fine. If he's not popped up yet, then he's not going to pop up. Just keep running because that worm is there. The Taurus demon is meant as a distraction while the worm gets you. Because they want you to be introduced to the concept that, hey, this worm... Pull to the right, pull to the right. Oh, thank God. Okay, just keep going through this. If you had gone straight, you would have killed a character.
Oh, okay.
Oh my God. That scared the shit out of me. Holy fuck.
Do I go...
You're in the right area, don't worry.
Do I go down?
Yeah, go down. I'm sorry, I got so scared all of a sudden.
Okay.
Holy fuck.
Here?
Keep going down. This is the right place. It's just if you had gone for the actual fog door instead of pulling right there, you would have killed an NPC without realizing it. That is an automatic death flag for one of your NPCs.
How am I supposed to know that?
You're not. It's supposed to be that you figure it out accidentally.
Okay, so that's just an endless corridor of nothing.
Yeah. It's straight ahead. There's an actual door down at the end of this. And normally this door would not open in any way. But you're going to open it. So just keep going. There's these little bugs down here. You can kill them. They don't do almost any damage whatsoever, and they're actually worth it to kill. Because they're annoying otherwise. You know the whole Gigi thing? They're Gigis, but they don't, like, cling to you. So they're just annoying. They're just here to be really, really annoying.
Well, they're slightly less annoying if they don't cling.
Yeah. So go ahead and turn around and look at that door.
Drop anything?
No, they didn't drop anything. There's only one that drops anything, and you'll know him. Touch the door. Because you are a level 3 in your covenant, this door opens for you. It would not open otherwise. Do not walk all the way to the top of that staircase. Kill the bug with red eyes. You'll know it because they're glowing. You can kind of see him from a distance.
Yeah, I can.
So kill him, he drops an item. But don't let them trick you into walking past that staircase. Like you can walk up. Okay, there's a bug there. Okay, there he is. Kill him. Don't worry about the armor thing. You can get that later. Get the item off of him though. There you go. Your sunlight maggot.
What?
You only get one in the playthrough, so you need to get it quick. Go ahead and check it. It's a helmet. They're I think done. Yeah, right? It doesn't seem like it would be. It's a helmet, though. It totally is. Sunlight maggot. A loathsome parasite that inhabits lost Izalith. It is completely immobile, yet still lives. Like the helmet. You have just beaten it up. It's completely immobile, but that thing is still alive. That helmet is alive.
Okay.
When worn on the head, it emanates blinding light, which is why it's known as a sunlight maggot. Put that helmet on. It won't do anything. Like, I don't think it even has an effect at all, but put the helmet on, because it looks weird. Yeah, shitty stats. You can put the other one on in a minute. I just want you to see this. Like, it gives off light. Grandma literally has a living maggot on her face right now. That's a parasitic animal. And
at least you can
alive,
see her face through it.
But it's immobile. Yeah, it's a really cool
helmet. It's
not
as good as my pig hat.
No. It's a really cool helmet, but it doesn't really
It means I don't have to hold the lantern, I guess.
Yeah, it does.
So do I go through that lighting engine
Put on your normal helmet first. So now that you've done this, until later on, you should be perfectly cool to do whatever the fuck you want down here.
What if I wanted to go up into the fog door? Would
That's
it still
totally
kill...
fine. Nope, you can do it now.
What?
You just had to kill the bug with red eyes. It sounds crazy, but that's all you actually had to do.
What? Okay, what's the logic?
You will see in a minute when you actually, like, encounter a character down here, I will then explain it to you. Careful, because that's a Titanite demon.
Oh.
This should be the last one in the game, too. Outside of the ones at the bottom of Sen's Fortress that I think you didn't kill. I can't remember. He's super tough, by the way.
Oh, fuck.
Like, he'll kill you easy. This guy's super duper... He's the strongest one in the game, too.
Okay.
Honestly, most people don't even bother fighting him, because you can just walk around him, and he's too slow to do anything about it.